Do you know that banks are mandated by the RBI to offer special credit support to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe? And yes, it's not at all just a good policy to have, but it's a regulatory obligation as well. And that's what we are going to discuss in this particular master circular. This is a master circular related to the credit facilities to SCs and STs, right? So before starting the discussion, if you haven't registered for this webinar, I request you all to please register for this live webinar. Here you'll be getting the 60-day study plan for your RBI Grade B examination 2025. And the following is the agenda. Definitely there will be a Q&A session as well. So if you are having doubts, then here we do have AIR1 itself to solve all your doubts, right? So definitely you can connect with Mr. Anil here. He scored a AIR1 in the examination, RBI Grade B examination. You can resolve all your queries as well. You can definitely have a good amount of discussion related to strategy, related to anything subject specific, right, in this particular session. So do register for this seminar, 21st June 4 p.m. right? We have launched the RBI Grade B course 2025 as well. This is a complete course with books, so you will be getting physical books as well. And here are the course highlights. You can check on later, right? You can check it on later. Next, you can download our Oliveboard application. Definitely you will be getting all the updates and all the YouTube PDF on this application, and definitely you can join our Telegram channel as well, right? So let's quickly start the session. This is the purpose of the circular. What is the purpose of the circular? So what we have done is, till now RBI is having so many rules and regulations circular related to SCs and STs credit facility. So in this particular circular they have consolidated everything. So here we are having a single short circular we are having, right, for all the previous rules and regulations. So here we can see that banks should take measures indicated below to step up their advances to the SCs and STs. So here banks are being advised to step up their advance. That means increase the lending activities particular to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, right? So these are some of the I will say measures indicated below. First is the planning process, right? Planning process. So district coordination is required here. So DLCC, District Level Consultative Committee, under the lead bank scheme are key for coordination. So here DLCCs will be coordinating the bank credit with the government and the development schemes, right? So there are a lot of development schemes here in India, and DLCCs are responsible for bringing the coordination between the government and the developmental schemes here, right, related to the bank credit. So the whole purpose here is to increase the flow of credit to these tribes, right? District credit plans must link credit with employment and development initiative. So here you need to have district credit plans, right, and they must be able to link the credit, whatever you are giving as credit as loans, right, you need to link that with the employment as well. It's not like that कि आपने loan दे दिया, credit दे दिया, now you are not able to generate the employment. You need to measure that these kind of credit facilities are creating some kind of employment here in these caste, right? Then district industry centers are also there, DIC, we call them DIC, district industry center. Bank must also establish closer ties with the DICs to promote the SC/STs self-employment projects. So here banks also need to establish closer ties. They need to have a good coordination with the DICs as well, which are district industry center, to promote the SC/STs self-employment projects as well, right? So there should be a self-employment project opportunities as well for these kind of tribes here, right? Planning at block level. So here we have discussed about the district coordination and the district industry center. Next is the planning at block level. Special weightage in the credit planning should be given to the SCs ST at the block level as well. So bank needs to here create a bankable schemes tailored for the SC/STs self-employment needs. So there will be a block level strategy as well, planning as well, and district level planning as well. Leading policy review okay, sorry, lending policy review, right? So there should be a lending policy review as well. Whatever policies you are having related to the lending, bank must periodically assess. बैंक को क्या करना पड़ेगा? Periodically assess करना पड़ेगा about timely sanctions of loan. अरे loan timely sanctions हो रहे हैं या नहीं, right? Then adequacy and productivity of the loans as well. क्या loans adequately गए हैं? क्या वो productive purpose के लिए गए हैं? And whether loans are self-liquidating. That means, what do you mean by self-liquidating? So what are these self-liquidating loans? Have a look. Let's suppose I have sanctioned a loan. A bank has sanctioned a loan to Mr. A. Now Mr. A is again involved in a activity, in a business activity, which is generating income. Let's suppose he has opened a general store, right? He has opened a general store. So definitely this general store will be capable enough to pay off the loan, right? To pay off the loan itself. So that is self-liquidating loans. It should be having a business purpose. It should be having a business purpose, a financial activity that can definitely repay the loan bank. That's called self-liquidating, generating sufficient return, right, to pay off the loan obligation. Then there will be planning related to geographic focus as well. So focus on the SCs STs, dominated villages. Figure out what are the villages that are being dominated by SCs STs, and you can definitely increase the credit flow in those villages, right? And the urban areas while formulating the credit plan. So whenever you are formulating the credit plan, do have an idea like whatever the villages where SCs STs are quite dominant, you can increase the credit flow in those villages and areas, right? What is the role of bank? So this was all about planning process that we just discussed. What is the role of bank? Application assistance. Now bank staff should assess the SCs STs application in form filling, completing the documentation process. Why? Because most of them are not literate enough in the villages that they can do these kind of procedural related things on their own. So definitely here the bank staff should be capable enough, should be willing enough to assist them, right, in filing the application for these kind of credit facilities. Awareness campaigns, right? So here the bank needs to create awareness, use the brochures, field visit and dedicated meeting, because many of them are not even aware about the facilities that the government of India or RBI is bringing continuously, right? So that's why awareness campaign is a must. Staff instruction, RBI and NABARD circulars must be circulated and followed by the branch staff as well. So here the staff needs to strictly follow the circulars related to RBI and NABARD there, right? No collateral in subsidy creation condition. So no deposit should be demanded under the government schemes. There should be no deposit. It should be a collateral free. It should be a deposit free credit facility. Subsidies should not be withheld until the full repayment, right? So doing so leads to underfinancing. So what if you are not giving subsidies until the full repayment? So let's suppose you have imposed a condition कि जब तक पूरा का पूरा लोन रीपेमेंट वापस नहीं आ जाता आप बैंक को, ठीक है, जब तक पूरा का पूरा लोन रीपेमेंट वापस नहीं कर देते आप हम आपको सब्सिडी नहीं देंगे. वी वॉन्ट बी गिविंग यू सब्सिडीज अंटिल द फुल लोन इज रीपेड. नाउ दैट लीड्स टू अंडर फाइनेंसिंग, राइट? देखो गवर्नमेंट ने पहले तो सब्सिडी इंट्रोड्यूस करी है सो दैट दे कैन easily get the credit, they can get the subsidies. Now you are revoking the subsidies, you are linking it to the loan repayment thing. In that case under financing will happen, right? What is under financing? जरूरत 1 लाख की थी पर गए वहां पे 70,000 60,000 ही. So that 30 to 40k is a under financing, right? Coordination with the apex bodies. So support from NSC FDC, that is National Scheduled Caste Finance and Development Corporation, and National Scheduled Tribe Finance and Development Corporation. So there will be coordination with the apex bodies as well. Bank needs to do the coordination stuff with the apex bodies as well, so that the credit facilities are being availed in the best interest of these castes, right? Then there is a priority sector classification as well. So loans to the state sponsored SC STs organization. So we are having state sponsored SC ST organizations as well, right? So let's suppose if the bank is giving loan to such a state sponsored SC ST organization for purchasing or supplying of inputs or marketing outputs, right? So for purchasing or supplying of inputs or marketing outputs. in that case this particular loan will be classified as a priority sector lending. Okay, this is important, please do remember this thing. If you are giving loans to the state sponsored SC/ST organization and they are again in turn purchasing or supplying the inputs or marketing outputs, qualify as a priority sector lending. This is a kind of PSL loan, right? So your PSL obligation will also be getting fulfilled here, right? If you are giving loans and advances to state sponsored SC/ST, आपका PSL limit भी fill होता जा रहा है, right? Then application rejection protocol. Let's suppose if you are doing a loan rejection, right? Let's suppose somebody has given you a loan application and you are rejecting it. Now this must occur only at a next higher level, right? Let's suppose you got an application from SC/ST caste regarding the loan application, right? So you are a bank. At branch level you got the application. Now if you need to reject this application, if you are rejecting the application, then you cannot do that on the branch level itself, right? ये branch level पे नहीं हो सकती, you can only do it at the next higher level. तो ये higher authority ही करेंगे, branch level पे rejection नहीं होगा. Plus the reasons of the rejection must be very well documented as well, right? Then role of SC/ST development corporations as well, right? So state governments advise to route the bankable projects through the SC/ST development corporation for availing the bank finance. So here state government has advised to route the bankable projects through the development corporation for availing the bank finance, right? Reservation under the major government schemes. We are having a lot of government schemes as well to promote these caste. The first one is DAY NRLM, which is Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana, National Rural Livelihood Mission, right? DAY, and I think we have done a circular as well related to this in April month, if I'm not wrong. In April 2025 we have covered a circular as well related to these yojanas, right? So 50% beneficiaries under these schemes must belong to the SC/STs. So there is a complete reservation of 50% beneficiaries which are getting the loan under this scheme will be SC/STs, right? So this was replaced by the SG/SY scheme. Earlier there used to be SG/SY scheme. Now the scheme is DAY NRLM, right? So that's a reservation which has been provided under a major government scheme, DAY NRLM, right? Then there is DRI as well. DRI means differential rate of interest scheme. So there will be differential rate of interest scheme as well. This scheme will also be giving the benefit. Loan up to 15,000 at 4% interest rate for the productive activity. So if you are giving loans for productive activity, now what can be a productive activity? Definitely related to finance or business activities, right? Then you'll be getting loan of 15,000 rupees, that too at 4% interest, right? So the government is also giving interest, the government is also providing credit facility itne low interest rate, right? Minimum 40% of the DRI loan must go to SC and ST. Again there is a reservation of 40%, right? In DAY NRLM scheme we have seen that there is 50% reservation. Here we do have 40% reservation. So the total of DRI loans, minimum 40% of that must go to the SCs and STs. Then SC/ST members are exempt from land holding eligibility criteria as well. Plus they can get a additional 20,000 as housing loan under the DRI. So under the DRI they will be getting 15,000 rupee first, that too at the rate 4%, right? The reservation criteria is 40%. Whatever total loans you are giving on the DRI, must 40% must go to the SCs and ST, and they can even avail additional facility of 20,000 for housing loan, right? This is in addition to this 15,000. ये 15,000 के addition में है 20,000 on the housing loan, right? Next is credit enhancement guarantee scheme for SCs, right? Credit enhancement guarantee schemes for SCs, CEG SSCs promote the entrepreneurship by offering credit guarantee to bank lending to SC entrepreneurs. So let's suppose if the bank is lending to the SC entrepreneurs, this is to promote the business culture within the caste, right? Let's suppose a bank is giving loan to the SC entrepreneur, right? So here in this particular scheme there will be credit guarantees to the bank, right? Government will be giving credit guarantees to the bank. Let's suppose if this entrepreneur is not able to fulfill their obligation, loan obligation, then definitely it will be, the guarantee is given under the credit enhancement guarantee scheme, right? The government will be bearing that amount, right? So it was launched in 2015, right? The nodal agency here is IFSCA Limited. The guarantee coverage is from 15 lakh to 5 crore depending on the scale of your operations, right? Depending on the scale of your business. The loan tenure here will be up to 7 years, or the loan repayment period, whichever is earlier. So the guarantee tenure here is 7 years, or if your loan is of just, let's suppose 5 years, then whichever is earlier, 5 years will be earlier, right? Eligible entities: SC owned firms, companies, societies with 51% plus stake, right? So the scheduled caste entrepreneur must be having at least 51% plus stake in a company or society or maybe firm, right? And if he is taking loan from the bank, if this company, firm or society is taking loan from the bank, then definitely the government will be giving the credit enhancement guarantee here, which will range from 15 lakh to 5 crore, right? So the shareholding must be for at least last 6 months. It's not like that कि एक महीने में shareholding बना के लोन ले लिया और guarantee दिलवा दी, वो नहीं चलेगा. Your shareholding should be at least of 6 months, right? Then there is monitoring and review as well. So special monitoring cell will also be there, right? Special monitoring cell will also be there. Each bank's head office should establish a dedicated cell, right? So head office जो होंगे बैंक के, वो क्या करेंगे? Dedicated cell launch करेंगे to monitor the credit flow, whether the credit flow is being increasing or not, right? Whether the credit flow is increasing or not continuously. Consolidated branch data. Now head office, बैंक के अंदर बहुत सारे branches होंगी बैंक की, right? So head office, this dedicated cell is having the responsibility कि ये सारी branch का data क्या किया जाए? Consolidate किया जाए. This dedicated cell has a authority, has a responsibility to consolidate all the branch level data. Tell us that whether the flow is increasing or not, what is the flow, credit flow data, right? And submit the returns to the RBI and government regarding that, कि this is the consolidated data. Here is the improvement in the credit flow, right? What is the impact on the credit flow? Periodic review. Review and report the credit to the SCs STs yearly, including the year-on-year variation as well. So you'll be having periodic review and reporting as well. Plus present the gap to the board under the financial inclusion theme. Why? This is nothing but financial inclusion only. We are extending the credit facilities to those underserved, right? And SC/ST community is always underserved in the rural areas. So that's why this is a step towards financial inclusion only. ये उनके benefit के लिए ही हो रहा है. As a whole financial inclusion ये create करने वाला है, right? You need to present the gap to the board under the financial inclusion theme here. There will be quarterly review as well. Assess the overall effort and progress in lending to the SCs ST, including the state level cooperation, and field visits will also be done by the senior officer here, right? They are also encouraged. SLBC participation will also be there. Invite representative of the National Commission, right? And these organizations as well. So SLBC participation will also be there. What are the reporting requirement? Bank needs to report the SC/ST lending data as per the priority sector lending master direction as well, because we have seen that if you are lending to a particular class of community, we have just seen that it is classified as a priority sector loan, right? So they need to report the data as per the master circular, which is there on the priority sector lending as well, right? So these are the important concepts and examples that we have just discussed. There was a term underfinancing. I already told you what is underfinancing, right? Banks need not to hold the subsidy till the loan repayment. If you will hold the subsidy till the loan repayment, definitely there will be underfinancing, right? Government is bringing subsidies for the only sole purpose कि at least financing पूरी हो पाए, पर आप पूरी नहीं अगर कर रहे हो, subsidies hold back कर रहे हो, in that case underfinancing will be there, right? कम finance करना underfinancing. PSL we all know that कि प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर के अंदर हम ज़्यादा लेंडिंग करें, ऐसे एरियाज जो कि अंडरसर्व्ड रह गए उनके अंदर ज़्यादा फंडिंग करें. Self liquidating loan, again I told you, right? The loan should be for productive purpose, right? अगर आपने किसी को लोन दिया है, so definitely आगे वो business activity में काम आएगा. So it will be a self liquidating loan. The earning should be enough to settle the loan obligation, right? So that's settled, that's a self-liquidating loan. And at last I have created summary pointers for you guys as well. So please read these summary pointers as well. It will help you just before your examination to revise each and every circular here, right? So thank you so much for watching this video. मिलते हैं किसी और वीडियो में. Bye bye. Take care.